Got a train coming, just departed Yale. We're at the Yale tunnels. Sun's coming up soon, maybe in an hour and a half. Got a train coming right now, and I think the westbound on the other side as well. Got my camera set up, and you can enjoy watching this. You got a train coming. It's an eastbound. I believe this is either 730, which is an empty coal train, or it's CP 100, which is a stack train. So we're about to find out. It's coming, I hear it. I don't know if you guys can see from where I'm setting my phone. Hoping so. There's 4 people here. How's everyone doing this morning? It's Trackside Tyson. We are Trackside. We have a train coming in approximately 30 seconds. The sounds are really deceiving. It sounded like it was right around the corner. I could hear squealing, and now it's taking its time. But it is on this side of Yale, so it's coming real soon. I hear a westbound on the other side. Let me switch the camera around. So there's a westbound right there. You can see it. That's not the train we're waiting for, though. That's a westbound CP stack train, or shall I say CPKC, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. But we're currently waiting here at the tunnels. Got one coming right away. You know, it's going to be a nice day today. It's going to be plus 20. And right now it's about plus 3. So it sure gets cold overnight. And then it warms up during the day. You can see the sun coming up. It's highlighting the mountains there. Shouldn't be too much longer. I'm very anxious. I already got CP 200 in Eastbound. That was my first train of the day. This is the second one. Let's see what it has. I was wrong about 30 seconds. It's been over a minute. Okay, here it comes. It's really hard to tell when it's going to arrive when you have two trains on both sides of the canyon. You can hear the squealing from the opposite train. Oh, I hear the rails squealing. Here we go. All right, that was 7:30. If you noticed, I was sure shaking the camera. It's sure cold out. It's +3. You wouldn't think that's cold, but yesterday it was plus 23. So it's quite a difference getting used to the weather. You always have different climates. It's almost like living in the desert. It's very hot and then gets very cold overnight. So it sounds like the scanner is running out of batteries. Classic. Well, we have a 100 coming next and somebody following that train as well. So there's two more. I'm not sure exactly where they are right now, but shouldn't be too far off. Hello, everybody. Hello, Scene or Sean. Canadian Pacific, or that's a CP coal train, but it's actually CN's coal train. They always run DPUs. They have one in the front, one in the middle, one in the back. That's always how those trains are set up. Normally around 626 axles. So they're fairly short compared to CN's coal trains, although that is a CN coal train ran by CP. But CN runs theirs around over 800 axles with the same amount of power. So it's kind of strange how CN runs theirs a lot huger. I'm not sure why. And someone also mentioned that the coal on the CN coal cars is a lot, like it's loaded a lot higher up. It's not, I don't know how to explain this, but the coal is past the gondola on the top. It's not below. On CP's trains, it's below. So they load their trains a little bit more, I guess. I'm not sure why. Maybe someone out there knows. We got a date on this right here, 1909. It's an old one. Hey there, how you doing? This is my first live. So we're just hanging out at Yale. I might have to go get some batteries for my scanner. It's in the car. It's got the low battery beeping going on. Here's a scanner. Oh, you heard that? Yeah. Battery low. I'm gonna swap the camera around. Seems like it's a better quality this way. Here we go.
8854 East, clear at Saddle Rock.
He said 8854 East, clear at Saddle Rock. So that's just further east of here. He cleared Saddle Rock. One of my favorite locations to record trains. You guys have probably seen a lot of videos from there. Happy St. Patrick's Day, yeah. I'm not wearing green. But I am wearing my CN shirt. Looks backwards on the video. CN trains, or sorry, CN shirt on a CP line. So I wonder what the CP crews think about that. I always wondered. So while we're waiting, why don't we go take a look at the river here, or the Fraser River. We got a beautiful, beautiful setting here. You know, it's funny, you'd think for all the crazy trails I do, you'd think I'd have better shoes, but I don't. Forgot them at home. So, just gotta straddle things easily. Just gotta be cautious. I don't want this beeping going on for you guys. I gotta go change the scanner batteries, so we're gonna take a little walk. Hey Brandon, how's your day going? Good to hear from you. Thanks for the comment. And somebody asked me how I'm doing today. I'm doing great. This is my first live stream, so it's something new. If you guys would believe it, right here, this is where people made a washroom. There's a little toilet here at one point. People were pooping here. Pooping or peeing? Very weird, right? Well, I guess you have to do it somewhere. For me, I just do it wherever. I mean, not with a toilet or anything. You just hover above the ground. It's easy. Well, being a guy, it's easy, I guess, especially for taking a whiz. Anyways, let's get off that topic. We got a rock slide here. And that's where the rocks came down. Probably from the vibration of the trains coming through the tunnel, because they go right here, right through this mountain. And just on the other side there is the end of the tunnel. And right here we got a really cool place. Sorry guys, my hand's shaky. I'm freezing. Normally I'm not cold, but you know, like I was mentioning earlier, it was 23 degrees yesterday and now it's +3. So big difference in weather. Anyhow, I'm gonna place you guys down on a rock and I'm gonna swap out my battery. So give me 1 minute. Gotta find a place to sit you guys down. All right, it's kind of blurry, but yes, it can. And it can also take out an entire highway. If you Google search Tank Hill washout, that's probably 50 to 80 kilometers from here or further. And it wasn't from a train, but I've always thought, you know, over time from the trains vibrating, going in the same spot constantly, you'd think it would do some damage over time, because these rocks are sure not, they're sure depreciating over time. So it's quite possible trains are causing the washouts or the slide outs, rock slides. Never seen it happen while I'm trackside, but I've never really wanted to because I could be buried. There's a lot of spots where I got heavy, big rocks above me, and if the train vibrates enough, those rocks will come sliding down. Yes, you're right. They have slide detectors. Quite a few of them. And there's been times on my scanner where I've actually heard the slide detectors go off and it basically sets the signals red and trains will stop. So it's a very, very good safety feature. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna switch the batteries out. These are the ones I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna put in new ones. So I'll be right back. Okay, the new batteries are in. And I forgot to mention, with the unit and scanner, if you're using rechargeable batteries, there's a little switch there that you have to switch it either to alkaline or NIMH, right there. So you gotta switch it over. This is a rechargeable battery. So you gotta switch it back. Not sure, however you pronounce that. Obviously put the batteries in correctly. They're in. Put the cap on. And this scanner is just to listen. You can't talk back to train crews. Clear signal at Yale. We have another train coming, guys. So Yale is right down here, just around this big mountain here, just on the other side there. The train will come through here and over through both tunnels here. So we're gonna work our way back now. Just gotta lock the vehicle up. Give me 1 more minute. So I swapped the batteries out. Don't have to worry about that beeping now. This is quite a historic place. I'm not sure if it's a CN or a CP. I think it's a CP train, or CPKC. That should be up next. But you never know around here. This is, I guess for anyone that doesn't know, this is eastbound directional traffic. So CN and CPKC share this track. It's a CP subdivision. And then over on that side, you got the CN Yale subdivision. You got CN and CPKC trains going westbound towards Vancouver. These are eastbounds here going to Kamloops and then to Calgary or Edmonton or further to Saskatchewan or even further through the provinces. But yeah, CP Cascade sub. I still call it the CP Cascade sub. I don't call it CPKC Cascade sub. It's a tongue twister, to be honest. But yeah, you guys are talking about landslides and stuff. This one has always concerned me, the one right up here. Because, well, you can see over time, I think it has slid down and then they put that concrete wall. But if that comes crashing down, it's going to bury the highway. You'll see a truck here in a second. It'll bury the highway and the tracks. I think we got a truck coming out of the tunnel now. There it is. So that's the highway up there. That's Highway 1. That's the Trans-Canada Highway. And if you can believe it, right where I'm standing, this used to be the highway. Or the old Caribou Wagon Road. So, like I said, this place has a lot of history. There's a lot to look at out here. But the trains are what I care about the most. So we got one that's just leaving Yale now, so it'll probably be about 5 more minutes. So he just said he's leaving Yale. So when they say clear at Yale, they're not quite at Yale. They're actually a lot further west of Yale. So it takes a little more time than you'd think. I got to get ready to set up my shot. You never know what kind of train's coming nowadays. You got lots of rare stuff. I know a lot of rail fans, they like to stay in the groups, Facebook groups, and keep up to date with what's coming and what's going. For me, I have a busy life, so I'm not really following all those pages or social media or whatever you want to call it. So I just come out here and I try my best. So if you guys have any questions or if you want me to say anything specific, you can go ahead and ask. But for now, I'm just going to be waiting here. Got a nice little seat here. You can sit down. Sit down and relax. Wait for the trains. We got 21 people here. Hello, everyone. This is Trackside Tyson. We are live. I know my face looks quite white here. The contrast is a little funny. Could be just the iPhone camera. But anyhow, I have a train in about 5 minutes. Looking forward to the sun coming out. This is what I came for. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. I'll show you. You got no clouds in the sky, none. And the sun is just reaching the top of the mountain there. Sorry about the shakiness. Trying to keep it steady. So we've almost been live for half an hour. And second train's close. Do you have a nifty railfan hat? Or any swag? I never thought of that. I actually do have quite a few train hats. I have a few things, but this is one cool thing that I actually got here. CN shirt. And there's been a lot of times where I've been asked, are you a CN employee? And I say, no. But there's a lot of times I thought I could just say yes and then get away with it. But they ask me what I'm doing, photography for calendars, for CN calendars and stuff, and I say no, just interested in trains, and I record them. Next month. Oh, nice. Holy, you're actually older than I am. Thought it was the other way around. Yeah, I know, I'm just 2 years younger than you. Oops, I shouldn't have said how old I am. Anyways, I hear a P3 coming. That's what's on this CP train, I'm guessing. I think it's CP 100. And that train always runs in the morning. So you normally have 200, 100, normally a coal train. And then usually CN stack trains. There's a lot that goes on here, but I always find that mornings are the busiest. That's why I come out here in the morning. Try to keep the camera steady here. Model railroader, eh? That's cool, Michael. You know, I have a few HO scale trains. I had a really cool one. It was the IC Blue Devil. So I think it was number 2460. And it was made by Atlas. That one was a cool engine. I think I got 2 of them on eBay, and those are really hard to find. The Blue Devils. And I ended up trading it for something else. Can't remember what it was, but this train's coming in hot, you guys. I'm hearing the squeal. Let's get ready. All right, setting up the camera here. Let's get ready. Be here anytime. Anytime now. Just gonna set up my camera. I'm gonna hit record soon. Enjoy. Sorry about that. Camera fell over. There was a SD70 ACU on that one. Sure don't have much room there, eh? Pretty small. Pretty tight. Okay, so that's the second KCS of today. My third train. This is the second train of this live stream. So we're just hanging out. It's been 35 minutes of the live stream, and we already got 2 trains, so pretty good. There could be times where I sit out here and I'll wait 4 hours and see 1 train. So to have 3 trains already in the first hour, pretty good. I started my live stream once I got here to the Yale tunnels. There should be another one coming too after this one. You know what? You'd be surprised. The rails don't get hot. You know, I felt the rails after a train's gone by, and they don't get hot. You know, you'd think they'd cause enough friction to create heat, but I've never noticed them get hot. Never. Maybe if something's dragging, it might happen. They have hot wheel detectors, hot box detector. There's impact detectors. There's a lot of other stuff. I don't even know what I was going on about. But anyways, it's a nice place. You know, there's lots of different angles. You can go closer to that tunnel. You can go on the other side behind me to the tunnel behind me. There's even another tunnel, a short one, which I've recorded from. What model train do I have? Okay, I have HO scale. And I got a CN. I can't even remember the can't even remember the company. Not Intermountain. Can't remember, but it was. I heard them talking on the scanner. Clear at Saddle Rock. That's just behind me. I got some CN stuff. I don't have any CP HO scale locomotives. Just CN. I have a BNSF SD70 Ace. I have probably 5 in total. Hey there, how you doing? In the old days, they had to chisel that tunnel. Yes, there was a lot of migrant laborers, a lot of Chinese people that worked real hard out here. They say there was, I think, four Chinese buried every few miles that worked on this railroad. Very nice. You know, I find that models are very expensive nowadays. Even building a model layout, you know, you gotta have a good paying job. I think I probably spent like if it has DCC and sound for all my locomotives, the model ones, so they're like 300 to 400 each. And I don't know about nowadays, but that was like 10 years ago. And then if you're gonna have like G scale, garden scale, you're gonna have to spend thousands on a locomotive. Yeah. Model railroading, it's quite fun. I even have some videos, if you can believe it. I never posted very many, but I put my camera on the little rail cars and dragged it behind a few locomotives. I made a few videos. Maybe I'll have to post one day with my HO scale. The layout isn't very nice. Just a small 4x8 sheet of plywood. They put the pink foam on there and put the tracks. It's a lot of work, but I never had I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been in this hobby of model trains, but I think it's called Flexi Track. It's like a long piece of track that you connect or you solder together, but it's longer and it can flex, it can curve. So you don't have to put together a whole bunch of pieces. So I know that was just coming out when I first started. So who knows what they have now? I'm sure you guys would know. But yeah. Yeah. Athearn locomotives, pretty good. That's what I have. Athearn Genesis. It's the SD78, the BNSF. They have a lot of new releases. I know I like Rapido. Rapido with their Via Rail. Didn't they do an SD60F? I think. It's been a while, like I said. But Rapido, I think that's a company from Canada. I know the guy loves Via Rail, and he has a Via Rail in his basement, like the train car right in his basement. So the guy is a little more obsessed about trains than I am. For me, I just go out and record. But model railroading, that's fun. But you sure don't want to have a cat or a dog or any animal that's going to tear it up, because it's quite fragile, everything. Okay. I know there's a lot of cool. There's the C44-9WL that used to have the regular cab. I know a lot of guys modified the cab to make it the proper wide cab, or the Canadian, the 4-window cab. Speaking about Via Rail trains, do you see very many Via Rail trains? Asks. Well, you know what? I see one this morning. It was a westbound. There was also something interesting about Via Rail. I'd say about a week and a half ago. The Via Rail struck something on the tracks, and it actually tore open the fuel tank. And fuel, I think 6,000 liters of fuel spilt all over the ground. And the train had to stop, go into emergency. And they stopped the train between Agassiz and Ruby Creek on this subdivision, about probably 40 miles out. And all the crew, or the crew had to get off, passengers, everyone had to get off, and I guess everyone got taken maybe back to Vancouver, or they all got bussed over to wherever they were headed. But yeah, that was something that happened not long ago. And those Via Rails sure go fast. So I'm kind of curious what it struck. Probably struck like a tree or something laying across the tracks. Because there's a lot of times you can have a tree lay right down on the tracks and no one will know it till it's too late. So, but I think Via Rail runs, not sure the exact schedule, but twice a week, I think. Or 3 times a week. I know in the summer it picks up a little bit more. Yeah. Well, I haven't heard the next train yet. It's a little further behind than the other one. I got all the CP channels on bank too. And I'm just shaking. You guys are saying there was an earthquake going on when the train was going, but that's me shaking. There's something about this weather. My hands are frozen. I'm in the shade here. It's going to be sunny in probably like 2 hours. Not to complain or anything, but I came out here for the sunshine, but I got to wait for it to get higher than the mountains. So you got to wait probably till like 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So if you come out here early, you're kind of in the shade. Are the Via Rails always at night in your area? Normally early morning, late evening. And now with the time change, or whoever's in Canada that knows about the time change, we sprung ahead. So spring ahead. So we went an hour ahead. So that makes our evenings a little bit longer, more daylight. So now you can actually record the Via Rail trains in the evening. But during the winter, they show up 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's dark at 4:30. So you don't really see much that time. Yeah, I got lots of Via Rails on video. Lots. Even out here, I got them in the summer. I got them all over the place. I got the Rocky Mountaineer. That's one of my favorites because it's GP40-2Ws and a GP40-2. So you got some cool GP power. Okay, guys, we have our third train coming. We're only 44 minutes in, and we got a third train coming. So I sure timed this well. You know, I'm thinking I want to switch spots. So let's change it up a little bit. I'm going to just go down over here. I thought today I'd bring you guys along for the adventure. It's not often I do that. This is my first live stream. so play it by ear. Okay. So this is my third CP train I've seen today. That last one that we saw, the 100. So the first one I saw was 200. They had a CP Gevo. The tail end remote was KCS. Probably a Gevo again. Not sure what it was. To be honest, I can't see the difference between Gevos and toasters when it's painted in KCS colors. I really don't know the difference. They look so similar. I know the sound difference, but between an AC 4400 CW and an ES 44 AC, they're very similar. So as we're walking here, that's where I was standing right there. If you guys watch my channel often, I've been up here too. Way up there, looking down this way. It's pretty neat shots here. There's a lot of different angles. I even took a video from up there, if you could believe it. And it's just lots of spots to check out while you're out here. There's a lot of times you don't have cell service, so I don't know how the video quality is. If someone wants to tell me, I'm kind of curious. We got pieces of rail here that they've cut. So that's old track or sectional track. I don't know if it's old or new, but it's been sitting here for many, many years. So who knows, right? Yeah, those are the mountains. We're waiting for the sun to get. HL leading, most likely. Blurry, hey? Low quality. Well, you know what? That's what happens when you're out here, I guess. I have two bars of service, so I think it wouldn't be the worst. So this is the other tunnel, and as you can see, there's no concrete structure around. So you could have a rock slide here at any moment. With enough vibration, you can see just on the side there, you got a rock slide right there. Okay, I better set up, guys. I'm hearing the second cross. He's going through the second crossing, which means it's not far away. I just gotta figure out the placement of the cameras here. Sorry about the low quality. I guess I need a cell booster. But for now, this will do. I'm gonna place you guys down for a moment. I'm not going in that tunnel. I got a train coming. Not right now. All right, I'm placing you guys down for a moment. Hang on. All right, I'm set up for now. Oh, here she comes. I'm gonna start recording, so I won't be talking. Okay. That was my fourth train in this live stream. That was the third one. So it's a pretty busy morning. Got lots of trains. Someone wanted me to walk through that tunnel. Are you nuts? Man, I would have been killed. You're really promoting danger. I don't trespass on the train tracks. I'll be to the side, but I won't go in a tunnel. No, absolutely not. That was CNG 834, as far as I know. That is a grain train, probably around 500 or 600 axles. It's normally the trains of the morning. There's normally CP100, CP200. Then you got a coal train normally, and then yeah, look at this. It's kind of weird. Someone put some bricks here. Makes you wonder. This place has a lot of history. So we could walk around a little bit. Got some nice clean water here. This is Yale, British Columbia. Yale, W-A-L-E. Mountain lion, 2 o'clock. You see one? See a mountain lion? Never thought of doing this one-handed, but you know what? It's working out. Well, thank you. I appreciate you watching. I really do. I post content almost every day. I'm trying to. You know how life is. You know, you're saying there's things looking at me or animals, but you know what? I've always wondered, because you guys wouldn't believe this, but I find people out in the woods all the time. Camping. Not just campers, but people that actually live out here, and they're very creepy. You know, they just live off the earth. They just live off the land. That's it. They don't like our government, Canadian government. They don't like him. Neither do I. And living in Canada is a little tough, but you know what? It's tough everywhere. You got to deal with it. You got to face it. It is what it is. There's really nothing you can do nowadays with politics. But on a different note, yeah, no, there's a lot of people out here that live out here. A lot of people. I've come across a tent. I've come across a fish and a knife, and they were just sitting there. There was nobody around. I found the fish sitting there with a knife, and it really makes you curious. You know, who's out here, living out here, doing what? You know, it's a tough life. I guess they can, you know, fish off the river, get their food. But I don't know. I've been confronted by a few that actually threatened and kicked me out of the area, and it's land that you're allowed to be on, but they think it's theirs. But so there was one near Hope. I found a guy. He walked right up to me, and he said, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm just filming the trains." He said, "Well, you seem suspicious. What are you doing here?" And then I said, "Like I said, I'm filming the trains. Sorry to bother you. I'm not trying to bother you. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. I'm a nice guy, but I have every right to stay there if I want. But at the same time, who knows if this guy has a gun, a knife? You really don't know anyone out here that what they have. They could have anything. I've come across people that aren't even homeless, and then they turn out to be homeless. You know, it's strange. The way Canada is here, people can't afford to live. So it's becoming, there's a lot of housing crises going on. But anyhow, I've never found anyone out here. So like you're mentioning, you never know. It could be someone watching me from the top of the mountains. But good for them. I'm enjoying my life, having a great day. Mountain bears, you know what? I've only seen probably less than 10 bears in 6 years of being in British Columbia. So to be honest, the bears aren't too frequent out here. I think you have to go a little further north. I know near Squamish, Whistler, that area has a lot of bears. More north, there's a lot of bears. I think out here, there's just nothing for the bears to do or eat. Because you never see any animals out here. It's very, you'd think it'd be full of animals, but it's very rare to find any. You'll just find squirrels, you know, the usual. Some elk, not here, but well, actually, you know what? Sometimes you'll see elk right up on that mountain, and I've had a guy tell me, when you're looking at all this white, he says sometimes that's the bum or the ass of the elk because they have a white tail end. So people think it's snow, but it's actually an animal up there. So I don't know if he's fully true, but some guy did tell me that. This is the CP Cascade subdivision. Yale subdivision is on the other side of the river. So right now I'm on the CP side, and the CN side is on the opposite side. There's locations where you can actually film both sides in one shot. And those spots are certainly the best because you can get the most trains in a day out of it. But this location, you can't, you could record a train on that side if you wanted, but you're going to be filming through the trees. So for me, I don't really try to record the trains on the other side unless I'm able to. But yeah, this is the Fraser River, and there's a lot of history out here. I've always liked CN better because they had the EMD locomotives, SD75I, SD70M-2, SD60. Oh man, they had so much good stuff back in 2013 when I first started filming. 2012 or 2013. It's been over 10 years now I've been recording trains. It's been a while. But got an airplane or something going by. It's pretty cold out here. You know, it was plus 23 yesterday. Now it's plus 3. So we've come down in temperature quite a bit. Yeah, 75Is, or even they have the SD70i, 5600 to 5626. And then 5627 to 5799, sorry, 5800 is SD75i. So CN has a lot of good stuff, but also a lot of that power doesn't lead anymore. It's always the GEVOs and everything else. So if you look right here, this is the old Caribou Highway. So this was the old highway. And now it's in a different spot. But here's the guardrail. And this is very old, everything here. And here you have a rock slide. No, I didn't forget it. What are you talking about, man? I can carry and walk. Yeah. You know, you could be standing here when the train goes by and this could all crumble apart. It's pretty dangerous. This is This happened this year or last year? Yeah, CN and CP. I like both railroads. Like I was mentioning before, I like CN a little more, but I think I like CP more now because you'll see CP with KCS power because CP is now CPKC. They got SD70 ACUs. They have, well, you'll see CSX, Norfolk Southern, Union Pacific. All those railroads you see quite often on CP, whereas Canadian National, it's always just CN and that's it. And a cool thing about CP is they actually have a lot of CN power. So that one train that I recorded earlier, it had 2 CPs in the front and then it had a CN DPU. So it's pretty neat how they kind of share power and help each other out. I am freezing, guys. It's freezing. I mean, I can't complain. It's +3, but it sure doesn't feel like it. Yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, it was +23 yesterday, so I got climatized. I think I got burnt a little bit. And now it's ice cold. CP is OG. What does OG mean? Like OG Kush? Oh, you guys, I'm hearing a train. Weird. Never heard the scanner go off. Guys, we got a train coming, I think. Let's set up. I thought we were only going to get 3 for the video. For the live stream. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. That's a K3L. But you know what's funny? I've had this happen a lot of times where the scanner won't hear it, but I will. You know what? I have it on the vertical live stream. It's a new thing on YouTube, so I personally don't think I can. I just tried to rotate it and it kind of, the screen went funny on me. It's just like YouTube Shorts. Everything's becoming vertical. Anyways, give me one moment. Got to set up the camera. And place you down on the rail here. Okay, it's coming. Let's get ready. Somehow. There we go. Okay, enjoy the train. Here it comes. Okay, everyone, that was the 4th or 5th train of the live stream. I seriously can't remember. We're getting out trained right now. It's pretty busy. I've only been doing a live stream for about an hour and 20 minutes, and we got 4 or 5 trains. I think I got 6 in total. There was 1 without the live stream. These are pretty cool to pick up and paint. Use as a door stopper. The switches around here would be for, there's a Yale siding, just for track maintenance equipment. That's about it. This is all single track. And whatever double track there is, it's mostly west of here. Well, I really appreciate you guys watching my live stream. I've never done this before. It's a brand new idea. It's Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. We're just hanging out watching trains. It's a weird sound. There's a lot of things when you're walking around here, you wonder what they are. But my phone is at 15% battery. So this live stream will be coming to an end shortly. So I really appreciate everyone's support. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. I know I have a lot of people that follow me here, but if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It would help. We could always do this until the phone dies, or I could end it. What would you guys rather? You tell me. Gotta pay attention to this scanner. I heard it again.
Clear at Saddle Rock.
East clear at Saddle Rock, so it's the same train we just saw. It's not anything behind him. You can see the sun is reaching the peak of the mountain there. If I get injured, at least I was doing something I love. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. But you know what? You don't have to worry. I got a charger. I just can't charge it while I'm doing a live stream. I didn't bring my battery pack with me. But in the near future for some live streams, I'll bring it with me and we can stay charged. Stay charged in Trackside. So I seen them doing a lot of work here the other day. They're replacing a lot of ties. They have a tie gang. And that rail's been sitting here for a while. I don't think they're doing anything with that. But along the line here, there's tons of ties sitting around. There was up to 6-hour work blocks going on when I was waiting for trains. So you can have times where there's lots of trains or they're working all day. You just have to choose your time wisely. I find mornings the best to come out trackside. The workers seem to sleep in. No, I'm just kidding. They don't sleep in. They work all night, all day, but it seems like they like to let the trains flow through first through the morning, and then they'll start up the work blocks. Well, I appreciate all your support, everyone. Thank you for watching. My phone's gonna be going soon, but don't worry, I'm safe. I'll be fine. Sure, I'll come down there. I've been to Victoria before. I've been to a train museum there. It's got a steam train with a load of logs. Is that the place? To be honest, I don't even remember the name of it. I don't think it was Victoria. It was somewhere else. Holy, my hand is frozen. I can't even move my hand. I'm trying to do this with one hand. All right. Okay, I can warm up. Oh, gracias. Canadian National. I've been asked before if I work for CN, and I said no. But I almost wanted to say yes, because you know what? Maybe they'll give me private access. Well, I'm really anxious for the sun to come out here. I'm starting to notice up here on the mountain, you can see right at the top there, there's a very small bit of sunlight touching it. So that sun is probably about this high. It's gonna come up soon. Because if you want to take a look here, right up there you got sunshine. So it's a beautiful day. You just have to be patient for the shade and the backlighting. But you know what's funny, guys? I always find that when the sun lighting is perfect, no trains show up. But as soon as the sun goes away and it's shade and it's dark or it rains or something happens, there's trains coming out from you know where. And it's funny because you'd think the trains would show up averagely all the time, but it seems like there's a lot of times where there's breaks in between. You'll have maintenance crews working, or you'll have a train stopped because they have to have a recrew. The crew's not in North Bend until a certain time, so they stop it earlier and park it somewhere, recrew here, or you know, there's a lot of variations, a lot of different things can happen. It can affect rail traffic. Yeah, it's sunny there. I believe you, man. I believe you. It would be sunny here too if I didn't have these mountains, but I don't want to not want them. I like the mountains. I love the mountains here. That's what makes the scenery. But with the mountains, you got to wait a little longer for the sunlight, fortunately. But yeah, my hand is numb. It's cold. I'm shaking. That's why this video is so shaky. I'm not complaining, but